happened on this incredible Wednesday. First of all, 25 goals. That's the most in any day this season. Everton had gone 4 games without scoring a goal, and then they get 4 of them in one game. And Wolves have conceded for 2 games in a row. What a crucial win that is at Goodison for Everton tonight. 2 own goals from Craig Dawson amongst that. Pep Guardiola's side, of course, have lost 4 in a row in the league. First time under Pep Guardiola they've done that. But City, the champions, are back to winning ways tonight. 3 goals, 3 points, 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. 3-3, which we'll show you in a moment. Liverpool pegged back in the final minute, having got back to leading 3-2 at St James's Park against Newcastle. A 5-star show for Chelsea, who made 7 changes tonight. The bottom club Southampton had their captain Jack Stevens sent off as well. His second red of the season. They finished with 10. They're beaten 5-1 and remain bottom. We've showed you what happened at the Emirates between Arsenal and Manchester United. And Unai Emery had never gone 9 games without a win in his managerial career. And he still hasn't, because Villa are back to winning ways. They've beaten Brentford at Villa Park.
Right, let's wrap up all the full-time scores for you, shall we? It's all over at Villa Park. Aston Villa have beaten Brentford by 3-1, and this is how the night finished. What a night in the Premier League. Goals galore in the 6 games this evening. And this is how it finished. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. 2 more goals from corners. Timber with the first, Saliba with the second. It's 4 successive wins for Arsenal against Manchester United for the first time in their history. Never won 4 in a row against them at any level. Aston Villa beaten Brentford by 3-1. Back to winning form after 8 without one. First half did it all really. Rodgers, Watkins from the spot, and Matty Cash with the goals. Damsgaard pulling one back for Brentford. Everton thumping 4 past Wolves. Their first goals in 5 games. Nearly matched their entire Goodison total in 1 game. Ashley Young got them started with a free kick. Mangala with the second, and then 2 own goals from Craig Dawson in the second half, ensuring Everton got the win heading into the Merseyside derby. Manchester City stopped the rot after 7 out a win. They've beaten Nottingham Forest by 3-0, inspired by the return of Kevin De Bruyne to the starting lineup. He sat at the first for Silva, he scored the second, and then Jeremy Doku also returning with the third. 6 goals and a cracker at St James's Park. You can see the goals on the app. 3-3 it finished. Liverpool looked like they might nick it 3-2 with a couple of late goals from Salah, only for Kelleher to misjudge a ball into the box and Fabian Schär to tuck it home from a tight angle to earn a point for Newcastle. Liverpool dropping points in the league for just the 3rd time under Arne Slot, and the likes of Chelsea capitalising and closing the gap after a 5-1 thrashing of Southampton. It was 3-1 at half-time. Southampton were down to 10. Jack Stevens sent off for pulling Kukureya's hair, and there were further goals from Palmer and Sancho in the second half. So a very good night for Chelsea. 3 successive Premier League wins. Starting in the Premier League, Liverpool 35 points with that point at St James's Park. Chelsea up to second on goal difference, 7 points behind. Arsenal also on 28 points, 7 points behind. And Manchester City moves within 9 of Liverpool with their win against Nottingham Forest to stay in 6th after that defeat. City up into the top 4 now. Brentford drop a place after defeat. Aston Villa climb up from 12th into the top half. They're 7th, only 4 points off the top 4 after their win. At the other end, Southampton beaten again, bottom on 5, 7 points from safety. Wolves dropped to 19th on goal difference. Ipswich climb without kicking a ball, also on 9 points. Then come Palace, Leicester and Everton now with that big win, moved 5 points clear of the bottom 3. You dipped in on that one for us. You watched the whole of the game at St Mary's. Chelsea winning by 5-1, helped by that red card for that hair pull. Enzo Maresca said the other day that they're not title contenders this season. After that, does he have to change his mind on that?
See, he keeps saying that, and I listened to Cole Palmer, and he said the same. He just laughed it off. So they're clearly just, you can imagine what they would be saying. We're just taking 1 game at a time. But I think if you're saying that Arsenal are title contenders, then yeah, they have to be. The way that they're performing at the moment, they're a young, hungry side that going forward, they're absolutely outstanding. Yes, Southampton started quite well, but it was the same problems for Southampton trying to play the ball out from the back, getting caught in possession. But the way that Chelsea played, the way that they punished them, they obviously made 7 changes, so probably took them a little bit of time to get into the rhythm. But once they did, they're so difficult to stop. They created so many opportunities, and then when they rotated in the second half, those players were coming on and they were hungry and they wanted goals and they wanted to be ruthless. So yeah, a really strong performance from Chelsea, and they just seem like they're a team going from strength to strength. I think Maresca's done an absolute brilliant job there.
They had the highest XG in the Premier League this season, expected goals, over 5 tonight. I mean, that is how dangerous they are in front of goal. And you think about, 7 changes tonight. In terms of squad depth, have they got the best squad depth in the Premier League?
It's got to be right up there. The fact that they can do that in Europe as well. I think they made 10 changes, didn't they, from Europe to the Premier League. So that's bound to help them. They're keeping the players fresh. They're keeping them happy because players are getting game time. So that's certainly working for them. And like I say, when the players came on, you can see that they want to make an impression because they know if they do, then they might start in the next game. So that competition for places is only healthy. And I thought making those changes, I know Southampton were missing players as well. Players were out through suspension and injury, which certainly impacted their game. But yeah, from a Chelsea perspective, it's all going absolutely brilliant.
One, we assume Arsenal are going to win. Their lead is down to 7 points. City are now 9 points behind. Does this change anything?
Let's see, you're not out of it now. They're definitely not out of it. A lot of people said, they lose on the weekend, they're out of it. They're not out of it now because obviously Liverpool have dropped points. But there's going to be loads of twists and turns from now to the end of the season. You see Arsenal getting a result, Chelsea getting a result. People keep saying Chelsea are not in the title at the moment. So they're not out of it. See, this will be a brilliant Premier League season. They'll go right down to the end. But at the moment, Liverpool are favourites, Jules. And they deserve to be because they're playing really good football.
Yeah. Speaking of teams that have 4, takes us to St Mary's. Sue Smith.
Yeah, it's Chelsea, and it has been coming. I say they've had so many opportunities. It's Cole Palmer with the goal again. It's really good play from Chelsea. Fernandez gets himself into a really good area centrally, picks out Nkunku, and he's running through on goal, cuts back inside, and it's going into the net. And Palmer just manages to run through and play it into the net. Mike's not sure if it's offside. Is it offside?
No, it's onside.
It's onside.
Just you've got Palmer in the team, that's all.
There we go. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Back to the game that delivered 4 goals in the first half at St Mary's and a red card for a hair pull on Cucurella by Jack Stevens. What's happening in the second half, Sue?
Chelsea should be 4 up. They've had 2 really good opportunities. Their first one was Joao Felix on the left.